EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents practice round coverage. Well, hello again and welcome. Rich Schroeder alongside my colleague Frank Novelo for EA Sports, and we'll be calling all the action for today's event. Frank, you and I have covered golf around the world for a pretty long time, and I've never seen anything like this. This is just an absolute mind-blower.
It is. The design team of EA Sports have come up with something that is truly a pleasure. You're going to see steam engines going across the canyons. You're going to be hitting shots that you never thought were imaginable on a golf course. This golf course, 8,600 yards. I know we're at altitude, but if you look down, you're going to see that Colorado River. Now, if you're scared of heights, well, then certainly don't look that way. You can go around over canyons. You can bounce it off rock faces. This is up to you on how you want to play it.
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play, very solid. How about that shot right there from that lie in the rough to knock it that close? That's good. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Getting set now over the putt. Now at -1. Not a gimme, but well within his range. To 1 over par early on in this round. This is the second hole. It is a par 3, some 285 yards, and Frank, you don't want to get lost there to the right.
Well, that's for sure. It looks like an old ruins of an old fort there. 285 yards, though, but we are at altitude, so we can take a little bit off for that. Plus, the green is some 36 feet below the level of the tee, so you can nearly take another club off of that. The two front bunkers, they really save you more than anything. And that green, as you can see, is a perfect circle.
Frank, it took some prodding to get me up in the hot air balloon, but now that we're here, I can't believe what I'm seeing. The views are just to die for.
Well, Rich, it certainly was a first for me as well to call golf from a hot air balloon, but I guess we did have the best seat in the house to see all of the canyon from that area. The way in which the golf course weaves its way through, I think is just is something that I've never seen before. Donkeys instead of caddies, the bison tee markers. You could almost see history evolve in that, and the fact that we now have a golf course in this area and we have a bird's eye view of it.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green.
Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. Going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. How about that shot? From that lie to get it that close, tremendous effort. He'll need to be strong with this. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. +1 in the early going. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Did the job right there.
Now, this is a daunting tee shot. Long par 5. You can see the arches somehow keep the ball either low enough. If you get one up a little too high, then you will catch the top of the arch.
You want to take it right under it, Frank? This is a really cool looking tee shot, isn't it?
It's very intimidating, and you can hit it either left or right of the rock pile up ahead. Either way will work, but if you hit it down the right, then you're going to have to cut that second shot. And this is like hitting down a railway line.
Hard left doesn't look that good to me. beautiful looking shot right here. Good contact, good result. Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Frank, through the years we have seen countless what we would call good ball strikers, great swingers of the golf club, but there is something else that separates those kinds of players with the truly great achievers in the sport. What is it?
Great achievers have more than one plan. I think most players, it's always good if they're playing their golf. But what do you do if your driving is off or if your iron play is off? Do you have a plan B? Great players not only have a plan B, they have a plan C as well. And that's the difference. So when you set foot on the first tee, you've also got to be aware of, what if my driver doesn't go as well as I would like to, or my iron play isn't as sharp? Can I still compete?
So they can turn 74 into a 71.
That's right. And at the end of a 4-day tournament, the 71 doesn't look so bad, even if somebody shot 65 that day. Remember, as you know, and both of us know now, when you look at 4 days, someone always plays average for a day, but they don't play bad.
Golf tournaments aren't 100-yard sprints, they're marathons.
Second shot.
So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Birdie try up next. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
Difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. This one just requires a little bit of focus. So 2 under early on. So a tester from 4 feet. Solid effort and reasonable result over par. For the fourth, 340-yard par 4 with that extreme dogleg.
As it flies, Rich, it's probably only 260, 270 yards to the middle of the green. This is a really sharp 90-degree dogleg. So if you play it down the left side, that's virtually the distance you need to get to the green. 250, middle of fairway down that left side, and then as you can see, it shapes sharply back to the green. You could be a little ambitious and try and flash it over that rock boulder, but really the luck of the bounce across that canyon area, you don't know what's going to happen. Logic would say hit it down the left, but this game not always logical.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. And getting ready for the putt. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Just a couple of feet. So, Frank, what do you think of the start so far?
Rock solid. Very impressed.
One over for the day. All right, Frank, let's see what he does.
Yeah, blind tee shot.
Frank, at this, the highest level, stroke play, really it seems to me to be all about not wasting shots because the margin for error is so razor thin. Into the tall cabbage, that ball is swallowed up. This is a good-looking shot. Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Second shot. Rough here. All of his play here from the rough, and he knocks it really close. Beautiful shot. Just make clean contact from the rough. This one getaway. This is concentration and focus at this point. Keep this round on track. Has that putt, stays at 1 over. Trying to stay steady. Par. Has his par. Here at the par 5-6, 620.
You have to take a bite out of the rocky up and over the railway line, and somehow the arches from there. You're hitting well to an island green, you might say. There's no water. It's just surrounded by rock and canyon.
That's out of bounds, and it'll cost him a shot. So now he's playing his third shot, Frank, after hitting it OB.
A good tee shot, though. So see if he can string a couple of good shots together now. There's always advantages. Further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two, it's just straight at start. About rhythm. When you have rhythm, it looks effortless. Hit the ball 300 yards, that easy.
Second from an excellent lie. to where the hole is cut, just about 190 yards, Frank. Frank, I think what sets it apart from other sports is that the so close the athlete as played.
Yeah, well, that's itself, and we consider it. As other sports, you don't see NFL players sitting in the grandstand. You see spectators, but most golf fans are golfers.
This is airtight performance to this point, just flawless. Seems to like it. It's headed for the green. Frank, he won't be happy with a bogey, but you give him credit. They're hitting a good shot.
That's a good shot, and a good one for a little while.
Shot right there. Beautifully done. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. This game's amazing. You roll along, life is beautiful, and then bang.
Step away from the controller.
Total depression.
Rich, do you think we should tell him this there?
Yeah, he's been in the rough long.
He's going for a little extra. No.
Looks good.
Whoa, that is long.
Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. Along with this. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Second shot, good look at the green. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Good putt, and now 1 under par.
Even par currently.
Did the job right there. Well, Frank, here at the par hole here at the Canyon, strength and accuracy are paramount.
They certainly, obviously, some of the longer hitters might be able to reach this hole, and it's over 700. Also, a little unusual feature here in the second shot area. If we look ahead to the right side, or adjacent to that rock wall on the right, well, you actually need really to get into those bunkers. They look like two little basins by sand. We don't see anyone playing out of that.
To take here, you could take one left in the Colorado River, not advisable, like a sand bath over there on the right. Playing second shot here at the par 5.
Second shot.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
This one looks right on point. Getting set now over the putt. So into red figures at 1 under. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Now at -2 for the day. Ready to round out the front side on this par 4. Another steep drop here, Frank.
And this hole is enormous. Blown past the days of 500-yard par 4s. And we're into the high 600-yard markers. All the way down there and just sits out on the top, on the edge of a cliff face. So a good drive essential here, and close your eyes on that second shot. There's plenty of peril in front of you. The rock on the left, there's that bunker that comes down on the left side as well. And as that hole starts to narrow up, but the second shot here has to be one of the hardest on the golf course.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway.
Off the flight path again.
Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Nice position, short grass, second shot. That should be pretty good right there, on the safe side. Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop. This is like cyber vision. Shot after shot, right at the flag.
Just dialed in.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Well, you can see the golfer is just boiling right now after that miss and a drop shot here at the 9th. These putts keep the round together. drops it, and he's at even par. With authority, count it as a par and 2 under. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Beautiful looking shot right here. With these downhill shots, really the key is always balance, and maybe you want to take a little bit of a wider setup, and then club selection obviously is important. You maybe take a little less club and just try not to overswing. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance really for birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot.
Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Clean this up with a tap. Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. And getting ready for the putt. And with that putt, he moves to 3 under. Still even par for the day. And again, trouble left. This is not the day, not the golf course, to be fighting a case of the duck hooks.
Well, this 11th hole, it doesn't seem overly long, but it's a hole where a long tee shot's going to give you a huge advantage because you're going to get a nice look at that green. I say long, but you also want to be straight here, just like all the other holes we've seen so far. Trouble left this time. Canyon, well, it drops down to one of the other holes, and of course that big rock of wall down that right side, which, well, for millions of years has looked fantastic.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards.
Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Should be safely on deck.
Early part of this second 9 and a good approach shot, and now pretty good chance for birdie. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Well, that hurts. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Locked in on the read and the speed.
Oh, I thought they'd at least pick up a shot. Birdie looked like a sitter. Now par.
So a tester from 4 feet. Keeps the momentum going with that putt. Stays at 3 under. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Now to the par 3 12th, Frank, and obviously there is trouble yet again on the left, and if you miss it to the right, You're not going to be pitching off of a soft piece of grass.
No, you're not. Fortunately, though, this is the shortest of the 4 par 3s here at the golf course. Left long, in trouble. Fortunately, that bunker might save a few shots from going to what would be an even bigger problem. But at that yardage, there is a chance to make 2. It's not a big target, but anything on the putting surface really is going to give you a birdie opportunity.
Appears to be tracking well. That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Putting a good round together now at 4 under.
Even par currently.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
I don't want to play it, I just want to look at it.
If you're thirsty, it might make you thirsty, that's for sure. Of course, all that lovely water courtesy of the mountains. Oh, I liked that.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot.
Common thread here, rough, rough, rough.
Wrong way again. Craig, it's a hard game to play from the high grass.
And that's where he's been more often than not today.
Second from an excellent lie. This will be the third swipe at it. Make it about 110 yards.
Well, he's taken the right side out of play, Rich. It looks a little left.
Coming out of the rough, not able to control it the way he wants. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. That was not a very good read right there. This one just requires a little bit of focus. With that, moves to 5 under par. Still playing even for the day after the par. So back-to-back par 5s, 14, Frank. I've heard you describe holes before. Have a go at this one. I'm curious. Go ahead.
Well, I never thought I'd be talking about a par 5 that can stretch over 900 yards, but this is it. Fortunately, we're at altitude. Fortunately, this hole plays a little downhill. That's about it. The rest is all up to you because it's going to take 3 absolutely beautiful shots to reach this par 5 into a sliver of the fairway all the way across the side of the mountain. And somehow, not only do you have to hit it once, but you've got to hit it twice just to have a third shot at this par 5 green.
Excellent, perfect position.
Ball's just sitting up too. You could hit anything from there. Ah, nice.
Looks good. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. Frank, the handicap system in golf really is the great equalizer, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no sport like it. I can't imagine going to Wimbledon and playing, sort of Djokovic or Federer or, playing NFL with Peyton Manning. But, the beauty of golf, we can go out in a golf course. We decide what our handicaps are on the first tee. We decide who's going to get strokes, and then off you go and play. And you play on a level playing field. There's out of bounds over there.
He needs to get lucky. What was he thinking there? Frank, this is always such a difficult spot for a golfer. You just hit one out of bounds, you're trying to regroup.
He's going to need to more than regroup now. He's making a complete mess of this hole. The fifth shot. This one better be on the green.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Playing his third here at the par 5. And that one rolls just into the rough.
Now you have to decide whether or not that ball's going to fly or not.
He'll need to be strong with this. No putter, no problem. Slams that into the cup. Pretty good shot right there. Settles in over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. This is the par 4 15th, and again, just a spectacular backdrop here, Frank.
Well, there's the player's view there. You can just use the mountain with a little boulder on top. Really, it's a great line. You can see the big rock crop on the right. That's really protects the right side of the fairway. So the more you look at it, the more complicated it gets. So really you want to simplify it. Just straight down there at the tall rock crop. That's your line. Hit it far enough down there. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil. Just amazing what they're able to do with that golf swing. Hit it so far at that size. Not overly big, but man, can really move it a long ways. I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Beautiful looking shot right here. Second shot, good look at the green.
You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Frank, on an uphill shot like this one, did you do anything differently in terms of your setup over the ball?
Yeah, I made sure the ball wasn't too far forward because on an uphill shot, there's always a struggle to get all your weight going forward.
Wow, way to the right here.
And there's rough over there.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up. Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Oh my goodness, he just made that. I cannot believe it.
I was thinking he might get it close. And just a great shot.
Starting to put something special together. 6 under par. Now to the par 4 16th hole, and Frank, again, the canyon comes into play. The wildlife is out here. We have the hot air balloons with the gallery gathering in just the most unusual setting I have ever seen.
This is an absolute bizarre hole, really. It just turns around. It's in the shape of a U. And the best view of that green, really, is to drive it all the way down the corner and down the right side. The right side, of course, is the closest to the canyon. There's a lot of wildlife up the top here. Not only that, this hole also plays uphill. So this is probably the hardest tee shot on the golf course.
It's almost like a question mark, and you have to be asking yourself,
The question.
what in the world am I doing out here? How do we play this? Just enjoy it. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
That was a pretty nasty lie out of the rough. He did the right thing there, Frank. Fourth shot, wants to get this close. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. And he's made it onto the green now. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Frank, for players looking to improve their putting, what are some of the training methods they can use?
I think speed is always is a good one when you get on the putting green and you just practice trying to putt inside that 3-foot circle, because in the end all sports are the same. You're trying to focus in on the destination where that ball has to be delivered, whether it's tennis inside the court or basketball inside the rim. Putting's no different. As you get further and further away from the hole, then you just make an acceptable size circle that you're trying to putt within. So pace, very important.
That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club.
This is a 99-yard shot. Locked in on the read and the speed. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one. Even par currently.
So, 2 over par for the round. Hoping to drop only 1 shot, this for bogey. So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the 16th hole seems to have really put him back a step or two. He's just not playing the same kind of golf we're accustomed to seeing. Wow. John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
Is it stopped yet? It's still going.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This is a good-looking shot. Pretty good shot right there, about 10 feet away, setting up the putt for birdie. Setting up for an approach shot here. And getting ready for the putt. Oh, I thought he had that. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
So makes the putt, and now at -6. Did the job right there. And now to the finishing hole.
A monster par 3.
Hello, where are we, Frank? Where's the green?
It is down there, that's for sure. Bunkers short and behind. They'll really help you if you misjudge your club selection. Apart from that, there is a green down there. Anything other than that will be a trouble.
This is a humbling game, isn't it, Frank?
Well, shots like that, not to be proud of.
Frank, this one needs to sit down.
Oh, it's got no chance, Rich. This is still going up.
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Oh, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
Frank looks like maybe the greatest bunker player of all time right there.
Well, he's making a name for himself today. You up there with Gary Player, Mariano Ballesteros. That was just a great bunker shot.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. So, Frank, that's a bogey, and you see something with the body language here?
Yeah, I think we noticed that back there with that double bogey, Rich. Since then, it's almost like doubts crept in, a little bit of uncertainty. That is the beauty of this game at times, but really, if you want to be a champion, that's one thing that you have to change. Somehow, you've got to forget what's just happened. We haven't seen that yet.
It was entertaining, that's for sure. I mean, between the views, the spectacular holes, and some of the great golf we saw, Frank, I really enjoyed it. It was special, that's for sure. For my partner, Frank Nobilo, and all of us here at EA of the Grand Canyon.